Hey guys, Rex16 here with another stream. Today I'm fighting because it's Thanksgiving and my family's here. So if I mute my mic, then don't worry about it. Probably gonna mute my mic a lot because there's no. We're continuing with franchise mode. We are 3-0. So let's take a look. Let's upgrade this kid. Oh wait, you can't even. You can't analyze catching. Route running. Toughness. Submit. So. So he's got a +4 boost to his. Nice. So let's look at the standings. Ooh, there's only 4 teams that are 3-0. So let's get into this game. Let's go to short, hopefully. So we gotta read some news first, boys. High-powered offense collides up 2 top 5 offenses. Steelers and Chiefs are up in lead 4. Fans batted the Panthers as they re-signed. Tried to keep a whisper all week. The Firepower Festival in Pittsburgh, while we'll have me shouting. Nothing. Another uninteresting re-up for the Le'Veon Bell. So your guys stays free agency just to take. So nothing about me. I'll be sure. Good. Offense team. The Buccaneers will have. The Buccaneers will take their defense off the field this week. In game that could get out of the thing. Hopefully beat the Broncos' high-powered offense. Always like when guys like Paxton Lynch, who maybe aren't stars by some standards, put up a big week. Von Miller and Broncos agree. I'm happy to be here. I'm looking forward to winning championships. If Von Miller is setting up his contract extension, perfect and win. Fantastic day for Paxton Lynch. I see. Did the Bengals defense in 49-0 win with a perfect passer rating of 153. When remember with their peers. Sanders agent seen with yeah, it's just talking about how I'm re-signing everybody. Good. Okay, I'm probably gonna mute my mic a lot during the game because I don't want to keep audio or commentary. And I don't think I honestly could keep audio or commentating for the whole game. I'm trying to just like overrate my family. Anyway, I'm gonna mute my mic now. Every time I get a good play, I might unmute it and yeah. You guys get the point, right? Yep. Good.
A site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken at the 3. Oh, what a move.
Let's see if they studied. Let's see if we can run the ball with C.J. Anderson. Vertical and outside run. Ho 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 ho. Let's get it, bro. Let's freaking HV dive it. First play of the game. Seems like the right, so I might go left.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
This kid freaking ditched his blocking skills.
Second and 1. Second and just 1.
C.J. Anderson may not be a Pro Bowl runner, but he knows how to run big in big games.
Yeah, he sort of sealed the Super Bowl for them in the 4th quarter. Big game against the Patriots last year on a Monday night, but only 720 yards all told in 2015.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now some movement before the snap.
You're
And we'll
actually
hear
high.
from our
That
referee
kid
for the
freaking
first
jumped
time this
offsides.
afternoon.
Defense. Or offense, I mean. Dummy. How is New York 3-1?
From the shotgun, it's Lynch. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. And he's taken down, but not
Freaking
before
get
he
it.
gets this into enemy territory across
Goal
the
update
40.
alert. Let's
On this
try
first drive,
run
looks
game
like they want to
again.
get that vertical passing
They
game
barely
going
stopped
And
us
they did, and what a
with
warning
this
shot
run,
they
but
just
whatever,
fired.
let's try
If
it.
you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll be good for a Denver first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. With that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And he's
Telling me
brought
that's a
down
touchdown.
after a good game.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. That's caught at the 1.
You're
No
kidding
gain on
me.
the
How
play
did I
there.
not
It'll
get
be
in
second
there?
down.
What do you mean?
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he'll get in.
The
Touchdown,
run always works, my
Denver.
dude.
C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos
Touchdown number
take it all the way
12?
down the field and score
He only needs
on
3
the
more to
opening
complete his
drive.
milestone
And
every year.
he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about
Should
4
have
yards
just taken
shy
the knee.
of where
That
he
at
would have
least
been
would
if he had
have. How
taken
many
a
San
knee
Francisco
as they'll
3? How
start
did I get this
at the
game,
21-yard
brother?
line.
This game, dude.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Winston now to throw on first down. Goes underneath to Martin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Throwing middle.
Oh,
That's
over the head. He
incomplete.
loses
He's trying to
time.
get it to Doug Martin. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. And that is incomplete. The target that time was Vincent Jackson. And that'll bring up a fourth down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football.
I'm a
if
second
someone's trying to throw
and
the
I got
ball,
double teamed
and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Go back and get it. You're dumb.
And wow, fortunately he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive.
This kid cost me, Earl Sanders really good. Cost me like 20 yards
After
there.
such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he
Good thing my
loses
offense
it,
is good.
somehow
Because
finds his way
sweet
back
doo-doo
to it.
gone.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They start the drive with Anderson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Juke is that, bro? That was
ugly.
ugly.
19, and it moves the chains.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster
Oh
day
my
against
God.
my defense?
CJ Anderson
14
is not
yards
doing
that
stop
time and a fresh set of
at all
down.
this game, is he?
So this game's not very far along, and he's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another first down.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. He won't go down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards on the pickup. And it's a first down for the Broncos.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why
You'd
the
absolutely
coordinator's relying on some
destroyed
of the
that
assistants to
freaking
tell him
kid.
what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
You know it's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. With this drive,
that was a failed
he's come alive in a big way. Now he's starting to gallow. Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pick.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
Which means they're out
and
of
the Broncos will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have
they're out
that
of first
good
place for
feeling
undefeated.
as the game moves on.
Just
Just think about
the entire
halftime.
time.
If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. In 2015, we saw the Doug Martin that we saw as a rookie, didn't we?
Absolutely. A 1,400 yards, second only to Adrian Peterson last year.
And he really helped a young quarterback develop by taking a lot of pressure off of him.
Now he feels good coming off that 5-year deal he signed in March.
Feels even better about that.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky.
Take it this time? Can we take it to
Sanders now to return.
I don't freaking know which way to go. I choked.
Very good return that time. 18 yards.
I choked. Let's take a run. Seems like freaking.
So the Broncos coming out now. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield,
take that.
other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Again, Anderson. They juked him. Sheds a second man. C.J. Anderson. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jukes though. Freaking breaking tackles. Juking kids. Destroying kids. Crushing their dreams.
And the Broncos will extend their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him.
Crap. Jeez, that'll get him to the 40-yard line. Set up so much.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
They come up in an offset eye. Winston gives to the tailback Martin. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
If they get to the 45-yard line, they're probably
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Second down, Winston. Pass incomplete.
Oh my God, that was loud. Los Angeles holding offense bit.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Now Jameis on second down. This was caught by Crowder. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
They can't run it for
3rd and long for Winston. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Lewis Murphy. And 4th down coming up. Here's Jacob Shum now, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Oh, spinning away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Buccaneers defense making their way back out onto the field. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Nice production there from the former undrafted free agent C.J. Anderson.
And teams always want to bring people in with guys like C.J. Anderson. Okay, he's undrafted free agent. He's done well for us. Let's draft a guy over top of him or bring in someone else. And guess who always ends up emerging? C.J. Anderson. Every single time. Remember that big run in overtime to beat the New England Patriots in 2015 season? He's something.
They give it to Anderson.
Wow.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Broncos a first down.
Well, certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive. And all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels. Defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level's leading your team in tackles, As a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
On second down, Hillman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I just realized it's the second quarter.
Whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson in the final seconds of the first half. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now it's Crowder. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Backing up. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Now Glennon. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
12 yards on the return that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
All right, here we go.
Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Here's Lynch to throw, and he comes back with one complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Lynch on the keeper. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Well, the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
What do you mean?
In the backfield is Anderson, and he'll get it up the middle. Oh, look at the juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be first down, Denver.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
This is Hillman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run Anderson, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. They run Anderson, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
Lynch with it on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 3. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Here's Sanchez.
Never mind.
And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A carry for the fullback. This is Lane. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
And now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it.
I'll take that,
this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
No, Jimmy freaking Ronald.
Let's go! 3-19!
Glennon. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think,
and there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass.
Main
I guess that's why they call
quarterback
running
for
backs
Pirates
and not
out for
catching
good.
backs.
right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole...
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
It's not go offsides again here. It was my fault. If we can get...
Here we go now. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sylvester Williams, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now Sanders. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. 3rd down now following the run.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be good for a Denver 1st down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Anderson trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And with that carry, he has done it. He breaks the single-game rushing record.
How about doing it in the spotlight of our game? How wonderful is that to see all those yards accumulated, culminating in a brand new NFL record?
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's C.J. Anderson who tops it off with the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it
See
away.
if we can destroy this team.
This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
So trash. Holding offense. You're kidding me. Oh, wait, it was on him.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. That is incomplete.
Got him.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
You got freaking Von Miller now.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now Glennon. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Let's
And he's able to get it back to the
freaking
33-yard line.
Yeah.
Well, you're
He
trailing
actually
in
got
the
yards on
fourth
that, too.
quarter. You've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel
We
or
need
dime
30
strategy,
seconds of
Brandon, and wait
possession
for
time.
you
Oh
to
my
put that bad
gosh.
boy up for
That's not
grabs.
fair.
And this one winds up being
I don't
intercepted.
think we get a touchdown.
39.
Now Anderson. A beautiful fake. So he got free of one tackle.
This
but couldn't do
CJ
a whole
Anderson
lot
is so
else.
good.
It's a
He's so
6-yard gain on the
underrated,
ground,
man.
and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Still on his feet. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
will
18 yards there, and it'll be 1st and goal. In the red zone this
I'm
time.
gonna get a touchdown, and if I don't, I'm gonna get triggered.
So now it's 1st and goal. Now a run with Anderson. Oh, nice move. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he takes it in for the
Yes.
score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the
Oh my
outcome.
God. I was
Put a
trying to
little
make sure the
whipped cream on
clock was
top to
out
their
before I got
ending.
in
Or as
the
our
end
friends
zone.
in Bayou
Almost
country would
messed myself
say,
up,
that's a little
so-
lagniappe, a little extra
give me
on
the mic
top.
again, please.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming.
She's
She's
doing-
belting out right
She's
now.
going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out.
So whatever. Hey, I can upgrade this then. Can we get a quarterback? Expert scouting? That's the only freaking thing I want. I think I'm good. Take freaking expert scouting. Why not? So, where am I supposed to destroy? How are these kids freaking getting higher than Von Miller? CJ Anderson, 1,750. Yeah.
There's people here We're acting like we go back. It's 3 a.m.
Ew, Trevor Simeon? That's nasty, bro. Freaking quarterback. He's even gonna play. Freaking upgrade play action. Like, I didn't use play action a lot that game, but I will. Awareness. Getting me power. Jeff Keegan, don't care. Play recognition. FM. And we're done.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Historic day with 341 rushing yards. C.J. Anderson posted Marcus to victory versus the Buccaneers, 49-0. I think only freaking C.J. Anderson and my defense scored. Against him, the Denver Broncos have now made it through week 4 without a loss in the season. I'll admit, I was too low on C.J. Anderson this week. I won't make that mistake again. Hashtag fantasy football. C.J. Anderson was on the Buccaneers defense didn't stand a chance. Hashtag Broncos. Broncos stand at the top of AFC West at a perfect 4-0. Tried to keep it whisper all week. The hard festival. Thank you. That's all this week. For my game. This week. I feel bad. I feel good. I'm destroying kids.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Number 1? What do you mean? Chiefs are coming. Jeez. Hang on, I wanna go look at my entire season. Let's freaking look at some kids getting destroyed. 52-0, 48-0, 49-0, and 49-0. They're getting crushed. Absolutely destroyed. Every team in the NFL should be fearing me. I'm excited to sign such a great offense to stay with it. No. Oh, Brandon McManus, bro, he's our freaking only kicker. I love that. That'll be fine. Yeah. He'll probably say something. Happy to sign him to play for this great organization. Shaquille Barrett? I think he's starting one that's freaking up at the 6, up at the 1.5. We got him. Shorter there, out 2. That is exactly what I was hoping to get. This is going to be great. Gotcha. Bam. Darian Stewart. Oh, freaking no. I'm excited to send to stay with the team. Cool. So, I'm gonna go look at some free agents. Freaking trade is... Nick Foles. Oh, that's what I freaking. This freaking team, Matt Flynn. Looks like I heard it. C.J. Anderson, what a bro. 84. Any free agents high? No. So let's see. serious? I should have an A. Plus, I got freaking Emil Sanders, my dude. Nothing. Let's see, where's our defense? Middle linebacker, isn't this Von Miller? No. Can we get some running backs? Nah, it's freaking just... I need to get better quarterback. We got a 79. I don't know, it's a freaking 75. Let's see. Is he... Let's see, let's add him and let's see. Is he interested? Yes.
What's really happening? Verbal attacking, I'm showing passion. Know what I mean? See, I'm the king, like I'm from Akron. I'm going overboard. Somebody call the captain. And when
so we're trading.
Too many buttons, not enough. These bugging, the SWAT is coming. Shoulder, no shoulder, shrugging at your nugget. Sticky like acupuncture and Magnus honey. Knock on the side door 3 times and have your money. Or get to stepping like Kappa stomping. I slap. I'm having lunch with Italian Sonny. Don't ask the subject. Lord, why you took rabbit from me? He say don't ask me nothing. Too many bodies, too many bundles. Not enough. These bugging, I heard they stun you. It's gonna be trouble. We come through and catch you while you cuddle. Barrels like tunnels. Don't even mumble.
I'm back to ballin', I'm in the back full of only. Pull on the scene enough. Queen playing Pastor Troy. Ready turkey, spaghetti, and castor oil. That's turn your guillotine to a fashion show. In 4 minutes, I turn this into forensics in a foreign car with a foreign. It's long-winded, paper long, and you taking long. You just don't get it. Hung the phone up on Say Tony, want a song with me. Hotter than Mississippi, the summer of the 1950s. In a van full of some white. Get pulled over for swerving like hi, officer. When he asked me why I was swerving, I'm officer.
Yeah, he freaking accepted it. Nice. So we freaking got a new running back. Yay.
Got a mansion, a condo, a cabin. I sleep in my phantom. Dancing with the stars to the Star-Spangled Banner. I change your channel, I change your pattern. I ring your Saturn. I your madam, she get and I shake the ladder. I make her and gather and calculate the data. I listen up for the snakes or the baby rattle. I play the shadows, don't play no games. I straight get at them. I'm on a all day, like it's my favorite album.
I play the salmon that came in Islands. Dancer. If I don't get the car first, I have a temper tantrum. I innovative, I demonstrated this. Played it. I don't care if you owe me you need to
Here we
pay
go,
me.
guys.
Kiss your lady, then kiss the baby. Get situated, get keys off table and leave her. I really made it, get it made. Won't wrestle, cause I spatula all you action figures.
Tiny like a spider on a spud web. I got some on my thumbnail. I feed it to my girls. They say, yeah.
I'm doing this for the L. When I go, I'ma leave for the
There's just
L.
one person
I told
watching
you
my
to
stream,
get
I
like
don't know
a
who.
I want a Ferrari in yellow. Just so I can match all my yellow. I've been a player since elementary. I got more bars than a penitentiary. I got to hang several inches.
I can make it bounce by myself. 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 Oh, I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. On the return, the old reliable Devin Hester, the veteran. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done. Keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
Freeman again. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Ryan. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
When we talk about Akeem Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
Cuts left. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it's a first down for the Broncos.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second down following the run. They come out here in the aisle. On second down, Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few.
C.J. Anderson. And all the way home for a Bronco score. C.J. Anderson with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
Now Hester will get a shot. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now, using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there. Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And this will be taken at the 13.
Whoosh.
Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Anderson. And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Surprising. This team is trash.
With touchdown number 20 of the year, and the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script.
And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
He's got the NFL's leading receiver a year ago, Julio Jones. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And that's the connection, Ryan, to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
I know it's a word that we tend to overuse, but Devontae Freeman can be awfully explosive with the ball in his hands.
He showed at the beginning of last year. He had 10 touchdowns the first couple months. The Falcons themselves were red hot, then sort of went down the tubes a little bit toward the end.
Yeah, their team's record and its production declined the same way, but I really like his overall game. I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And
I'm going to
Denver
destroy that
getting
kid's
set to
record.
take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get to it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it
You're on
yourself.
to me. You're on to me.
But it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I will get this last play off.
10th carry now for Anderson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 minutes to play.
Why
here
you
in the
bully
first
me?
half. Back to Denver
We're gonna do
right
something
after
I've
this.
never done. Outside.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're
Thanks,
right, partner.
blockers.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown,
Yeah, he caught that.
Denver.
How about that, partner? A little razzle-dazzle. Fake field goal that turns into a pass and a touchdown.
Yes.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one
Let's
counts.
smack some more kids over and over.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
He's got Sanu. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They go play action here on first down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, here's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. Third down here. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of, what, the 85 Bears?
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And heading back out there now, the Falcons defense here. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And another good game here as the numbers show. We had a rare meeting with the entire offensive line this week. They were pretty ecstatic. Well, they should be ecstatic again.
And we had that meeting with them because of how they played last week. I thought it was your idea. It was brilliant to say, let's bring the big guys
You're so
in.
kind.
Well, it was true. Let's talk to
C.J. Anderson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Broncos add on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The reigning Super Bowl MVP, Von Miller, coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big...
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And Matt Ryan, we've seen him be a little fumble-prone in the past, and he was fumble-prone there.
In 2015, what did he have, 12 fumbles?
Yeah, a dozen.
I think he's like 2nd in the league, and that's not a stat you usually associate with Matt Ryan. He usually does a really nice job of taking care of the football. Sometimes, though, when he's really trying to make a big play, he forgets about doing that.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone.
Talk about it, guys.
5-yard penalty. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Ooh, with a juke.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing.
Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A fake to Anderson. Now it's Lynch. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I don't care what anyone says. To me, it takes a little bit of intestinal fortitude to call a running play in this down and distance. I mean, you're talking 3rd and 10, and sometimes the angles line up really well on a running play.
Well, caught him totally off guard, obviously.
I think you catch him in some pass drops, and now you're able to fire out and get some space and create it for your runner and let your blockers get a good approach attack on the defenders.
Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. Stays on his feet. And some room to roam now. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson joining only Gale Sayers' men with a
speed-breaking tackles,
in a single game.
Look at that.
And the
Look how
Broncos
quick that was.
continue to pour it on. McManus now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there. And last time they got the 4th down stop, looked like they might surrender points. Ball got on their side of the field. But then they snatched that momentum. What's that like for that defense?
Oh, it's phenomenal because some doubts start to creep in as you're giving up yardage, trying to figure out a way to slow them down.
Look, this might be the first game someone scores on me.
The flip the script, as the guys like to say. That's a big-time play.
Yeah, it was a big-time play. Now we'll see if they can do it again.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. Sanu with a grab over the middle.
Are you kidding
And
me?
he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
I almost keep getting sacks.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And getting this just shy
I'm trying to
of
shoot a
midfield,
fox.
they'll
I'm not
spot it
running
at the
fast like
49.
him.
12 yards on the pickup. And
I'm
it'll be
gonna try to
first
get
down,
400
Denver.
rushing yards
Into
in
the
this
fourth
game.
quarter now. The offense
So,
has got to feel
yeah.
like they've imposed their will and kind of taken the life out of the defense. And you can see it from the perspective of the guy carrying the football. Those holes have to look huge, similar to a great hitter. Seeing a
I
ball
want to run
come
the
into the
ball at
plate, and he's
least
in the
all
zone.
the time.
The ball looks like a beach ball to him. He's just smacking it over the wall. Now what you're seeing is a runner whose eyes are wide open, and he's envisioning a goal line.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8
We
situation.
can do it. We can make it. We can make it.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Okay.
Call it a gain of 4,
Wait, it's
and
4th
it'll
and 4.
bring up 4th down. Time for a break. This one,
Not
all
funny.
over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. Anderson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Oh my
And he will
god.
have a first down
Get
as
your
they get him
ankle
to the ground
snapped.
at the 37.
I'm just
It's
gonna
an
run the same
8-yard
play the entire
pickup, and
game.
on 4th down, they're
Sorry,
able to
that's me,
convert
yeah.
and move the sticks. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him
Doesn't
5
seem
on
like
the
he's
carry
gonna
there,
do
and
it.
it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive
I'm
now
not
as
gonna
they
get my
come up on a
300
3rd and
rushing yards 'cause they
3.
keep
And they're going to
destroying
hurry
me
back
on
to the
my running
line
back.
now. They'll run it. Here's Anderson.
Yes.
He gets the first down here as he's
Or
taken
my
down
phone
at the 24. They
I
get
just need
6 on the
15
pickup
more.
there as
Let
the
me get
drive will
this.
continue.
Jeez.
And on the ground they go with a running back.
I think my
They'll
running
keep it
back's
moving down to
tired.
the
Maybe that's it.
15-yard line.
Come on,
9
just 6
is
more
the
yards and
pickup
then I'll
there,
let
and
you
they'll
take
have
a break,
2nd
my
and
dude.
1. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not gonna go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I think he's
And
dead
it leaves him
right now.
at 3rd and 1.
Okay, I'll give you a little break.
And they'll go with a ground attack here.
You're kidding me.
Give
Tell
him
me
a
I got the
yard
first
on the
down.
play, and he's definitely short.
I
It'll be
should've.
4th down and a few inches. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
I'm just giving
They come out here in the eye.
rest.
They'll try to sneak with Lynch. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Now I need to make sure CJ Anderson's in. Okay, nice. Because I gave him a break.
A really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go. Green.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
I know that every now and then we get those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a
my gosh.
timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go
Why
ahead
not?
and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I, we think about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get...
Oh my gosh, I destroyed them. I honestly destroyed them. I didn't throw the entire game. Or I did and I just missed everything. Let's see, let's go rushing. 440 yards. Yes, I got it. Devontae Freeman. Paxton Lynch even got up there. Yeah, my brother. Oh, let's go see what the critics gonna say about this game. Completely shut out. Completely shut out game again. Need my mic again because it's getting loud.
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen B told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build that? Do we own that? We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airman Sally, the young guards, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Spark16, peace out. I'm just gonna finish off this. Peace.